Hi guys, welcome to Souls Know Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be your Timeless Tarot. Ooh, for whenever it is that you're tuning into the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got cards out already and I'm absolutely blown away because these look like the same bloody person. Look, oh, I'm sorry. Let me slow down. The cards are not giving me a chance to slow down today. Look at this. We've got like the same swirly thing on the top of her crown chakra. We have the Seer, card number 27 is the main card out. And then we've got Ceremony as the bottom of the deck. I just feel as though, I don't know, there's something that's developing within you, whether it is your clairvoyant, because we've got the 5 clairs. I don't even know if I know them all. There's clairvoyant, clairaudient. Clairvoyant is your ability to see. Clairaudient is your ability to hear. Clairsentient, I think, is your ability to feel. Claircognizant is just that. It's your ability to just know. You just know. And I don't know what the other clair is. But this is like almost an initiation, some sort of spiritual fast track, you receiving some sort of, I don't know, activation code for your ability to see here. And then look at that, we've got light underneath there. Yeah, I just feel that there's an activation, literally, that is coming down, that's activating your crown chakra, activating your third eye. They've both got like these jewels. I hope that this is focusing on their third eye. They've both got these circles that are sort of like round their throat chakra. So it almost feels as though you're receiving guidance, it's coming in. And then even the sun. There's like shapes of the sun around both of their crowns. I feel that this is some sort of light activation. As simple as that. Some sort of light activation that is deepening, strengthening, awakening your ability to see, your clairvoyance here, your psychic ability. You may be receiving or in alignment for this ceremony, this activation, because you are in alignment, you're healing, there's some sort of challenge that you've been through that you've learnt from. You're understanding that something needs to change, you're willing and wanting to expand. And I think that the response to that is your ability to see, and it's not through your physical eyes. I love how she doesn't have any eyeballs in this card. So you're seeing through your third eye. You're decoding the light that's coming in through your crown chakra, but it's like it's in your third eye, not through your physical eyes, because I suppose that's how your physical eyes work, is that they adjust to the light that's being reflected off the objects that we see. But that's happening in a completely different sense. Seer is card number 27, which reduces down to a 9. A 9 is a very, very spiritual energy. It's an energy of creativity, an energy of freedom. It's an achievement. So yeah, that's what I mean. I feel that this development of your psychic ability, it's like you're being rewarded for something that you've aligned through, something that you've been through, something that you've expanded through. And I almost feel like the spirit team are like, right, okay, you get to graduate. So these are your gifts. This is what you get. This is absolutely beautiful. Right, show me this energy, please, Spirit. And this is the first time using this deck. I absolutely love it. It's called the Earthcraft, the Death card, the Earthcraft Oracle, and I love the illustrations on this. Death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. That's what I mean. You've allowed something to end. You've accepted something, you've released something. It's like the phoenix rising. And look at all the red. Now that card's come out, she's in this like red gown and cape, and then she's got a red veil. And then it's like we've got all of it together in the death card. The veil and the cape. So strange. But red is like linked to our root chakra. And our root chakra is always linked to our feeling of safety, our feeling of security. It's very grounded energy when our root chakra is, in alignment. It speaks about physical space. It speaks of boundaries. So I just feel that there's something that you've left behind, something that you've liberated yourself from. Oh my gosh, judgment. Wow. Right, judgment card number 20. Now, judgment speaks about an awakening. So I just feel exactly what I said. This is like a spiritual awakening. Oh my God, we've got the world. Let's stop for a minute. And then the Queen of Cups. This is just blowing my mind. Look at this, guys. Before I jump into these cards down here, look at the red. I've just spent all this time, like she's wearing a red cape and gown, a red veil. The Death card is shrouded in red. And then the Queen of Cups comes out in her red dress and red hair. Hoi, oi, oi. There's something that's happened with your root chakra. There's something you've either been consciously doing some sort of healing to your root, to your feeling of safety, to your feeling of security. You've liberated yourself from stuff. You've had some sort of profound change. You've ended cycles. You learnt lessons that make you feel more safe, that make you feel more grounded. And as I was saying, there's some sort of light activation. Look at this like beam of light that's going from hand to hand here. And as I was saying about these yellow swirly things, I don't know what they are, above her crown chakra in both of the cards, we've got an actual crown that's hovering above the Queen of Cups' head. Queen of Cups is very intuitive, very emotionally sensitive, imaginative, compassionate. And I feel as though because you're displaying or have displayed, whether it's empathy or compassion, as you've closed out a cycle of as you've moved through something where you didn't feel safe or you didn't feel secure or you may have been ungrounded, I just feel as though the universe, your spirit team, God, the divine, whatever you want to, physically label that energy, is rewarding you. It's activating your third eye. There's an awakening that's happening. Like I said, this is it's just an awakening. And in this, it's almost like an out-of-body experience. An out-of-body experience. I don't know. Some of you literally may have had an out-of-body experience. If there was how do I say it? Like a near-death experience. And it's so funny because it's given me I don't want to go into too much detail, but when I had an emergency, well, it wasn't an emergency, but I had a C-section to have Safi due to complications of stuff. But basically, I nearly died during that whole surgery. So it's something like that where, it's not like you just had a near-death experience. And it almost feels like when you return to your body, things had changed. You had changed. You had changed. Whether in that experience of you leaving your physical body and then returning, it's like this is so spacey. It's so spacey. But I feel as though it's like as you came out of your body, as you saw your physical body from this energetically higher place, I feel like when you came back down into your body, things were just completely different. Completely different. And I feel as though you left. This is going to sound so weird, but I feel as though you let go of things as you almost let go of, or life was nearly let go of from you. It allowed you to let go of stuff, release stuff. It's like as you came out of your body, you took all of that stuff with you, but then when you came back down, none of that stuff was there. If this is even making any sense. But then we've got the world, which is the end of a cycle. That's what I mean. Something happened. There was a change, a death, a near-death experience. It could have even been, if it wasn't like in the example I've just given you, it could even be a diagnosis or being sick or feeling that energy of life doesn't last forever. It doesn't have to be, you were literally on death's door. But there was something big enough that I would say shock. I don't know if shock's the right word, but it did something to you where you were able to, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, guys. This is the spiciest reading I've done in a long time. But yeah, it gave you a whole new perspective on life, which allowed you to close out a cycle. And I feel like when you came back down into your body, this is like me just talking metaphorically speaking, but when you came back down into your body, it's like you were connected through your crown chakra. This is so weird. You can see this beam of light here at the top of this hoop. It's just hovering above her head. We've got this beam of light and the crown just hovering above her head. We've got both of these symbols hovering above this feminine energy's head. So it's like you were connected to spirit in a completely different way, to higher consciousness, to your ancestors, to the divine, in a completely new way. And that is what you're being rewarded for. Or that is the activation that you're in the process of receiving. But the world speaks about the end of a cycle. It's closing things out. Again, it's an energy of freedom. We've had like freedom being spoken about in the last 2 readings that I've done quite heavily. But I feel as though you have a renewed sense of purpose now. And it may be that you are a seer. There may be an acceptance of, a celebration of, and opening your eyes to the fact that you are psychic or you are gifted in that particular spiritual skill, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know what you call it. So there may be a renewed sense of purpose that you're moving forwards with now. You'll definitely have learned something during this old cycle that you're closing out. I feel as though the world is now ready for whatever it is that you have to offer in terms of this spiritual gift of yours. Let's get some additional messages. Abundance. Right, okay, any more messages? Perseverance. One more. See, I never get one. Oh, I did. See, I never get one. Passion. Right, okay. Okay. So whatever, like I say, this needed to go, you needed to liberate yourself from. It may have been blocking or keeping your abundance away from you. We've got this chest with money inside here. Somebody could be losing money. Somebody could be gaining money in a situation that you're dealing with. Intuitively, you might know. You may have seen this in a vision, in a download. I don't know, but there's something linked to your perseverance, not giving up, your faith. I saw faith at the bottom of the deck. Your strength of character. As I was saying, some sort of awakening. It's like you persevered with it. You took responsibility for something. You took action towards something. You heeded a call. You followed that guidance. There's so much spiritual guidance coming in, and I feel as though you followed it. And as I'm saying, as a reward, as a consequence of you heeding a call, paying attention to this spiritual guidance that was coming in for you, you've got another woman wearing a crown. Another woman wearing a crown. And this is a card of passion. So something that you're passionate about. Something that you love to do. The orange here is linked to our our sacral chakra, which is all about creativity. So there may be something creative that you're being asked, or you intuitively know you're receiving guidance about persevering with, because it's in alignment with your passion. There's something that you find pleasure in doing that sort of activates your emotions and feelings in a really positive way, that you're meant to persevere, and it may lead to some sort of financial abundance. But you've got to have faith. And I think for those of you that can see, spiritually see, this faith, it's just backed up. You already know. Right, final advice and guidance, please, Spirit. Advice and guidance for the collective. Right, we'll take the one in my hand. Patience. Truth. Focus. Delight. And diligence. Right, okay. Well, that's what I mean. I feel as though you've been diligently doing something, and you're able to see from a higher perspective. Whatever this awakening was, it gave you wings. It elevated your perspective. It allowed you to see the bigger picture, a bird's eye view of something, which is why I feel that you didn't give up. You persevered because you could see so much more of the view, of the vision. And you're just being asked now to focus, to have patience, and delight in the pleasure of whatever this passion is or whatever it is that you're creating. Delight in the pleasure of that. That's like being lost in the moment, not expecting, I don't know, too much from it other than the actual sheer delight that you receive from being engaged in whatever it is. Now, there's a truth here. And whenever I see trees, it's about family. So there may be some sort of family truth, stillness. I think that's what I mean. I feel like you've been in some sort of meditative state, or you've come to a place of peace, of contentment, of stillness. And that may be where and how, well, that is exactly how and why and where you develop your spiritual gifts from. You can't do it if everything around you is chaotic or internally you are chaotic. So I just feel you've reached this place of equilibrium, this place of almost like being passive, just to letting things go on around you and not truly engaging. Or it's like the art of detachment. That's what I feel has happened here. Yes, detachment. Whether this was like a physical, like I said, near-death experience or leaving your body, there's a detachment that you have now from everything that's going on around you. And that is what is giving you the wisdom to see things from a higher perspective. And there's a truth about a family situation, a family dynamic, a family member. Queen of Cups is the fourth house, which speaks about family, particularly the mother. Oh my God, is that a face? Yes, there's a face in the clouds here. I just feel as though you received some sort of guidance or some sort of perspective with these clouds that showed you the truth about something that was going on within a family situation, which allowed you to close it out. Wow. Right, okay. I'm going to just quickly, a little bit like, that was the spaciest reading I've done in a long time. I think I want a wisdom of the oracle. Yeah, let's grab one of these. And let's wrap this up. But wow, what a fascinating reading. Right, final message from the divine. Let's see what we've got here. To be fair, chaos and conflict. That's it. You've brought balance. We've got the to be fair. This gives me justice card energy for this card. You've brought some sort of balance to a situation, a circumstance, a dynamic, an environment that was just pure chaos and conflict. It needed to end with this death and rebirth. Like I said, the cycle, the doors needed to be closed on that. There had to be, like I say, an awakening to the truth of this chaos and conflict so that you could see it, literally, see it for what it was and detach yourself from it. It was blocking so much for you, but this is just a phoenix rising reading. An absolute phoenix rising. We've got those like wispy clouds in the sky again. There's something about a higher perspective. You could see the chaos and conflict that was being generated here, and you mastered an aspect of it through your stillness, through your ability to balance. We've got illumination. I'm going to stop because I could keep going. I try and make these readings not as long as what they want to be, because I know from my YouTube stats that a lot of people tune out after about 10-15 minutes, but sometimes the message wants to continue. But that was what it is. But I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon.